All right, guys, one of the things I've learned working on old motorcycles, or really any motorcycles, is that you spend a lot of time just waiting on parts. We're going to open up this box today that came all the way from the UK from a company called Motorcycle Products. Pretty generic sounding company name, but they had a lot of interesting stuff for old Japanese motorcycles, and hopefully this is going to solve some of my issues. Here we've got a master cylinder repair kit for the front master cylinder. I actually bought another one, the all balls kit, but I'm hoping this one has parts that fit better, or between the two of them I can find enough parts to get that done. Let's see, what do we got here? We got a brake pin kit for the rear caliper. This is something I couldn't find anywhere, and it's a reservoir for the front brake master cylinder. And this is the swing arm bearings. Yes, so when we get the swing arm back from our powder coater, we will be able to replace the bearings with brand new needle bearings. And then finally, it's bulging. Oh, this is a new turn signal. Sweet. On the subject of motorcycle parts, I got a bunch of parts laid out here. Let's take a look at them. The parts that I got from Motorcycle Products UK, most of them look pretty good. The ones I was most concerned about were the ones for the front brake master cylinder. We got a diagram here. So let's take a look at those. First, the reservoir cup. This is the original reservoir, and this is the one I got from Motorcycle Products UK. You can see there's a pretty big size difference. This is a Tourmax brand. I wasn't familiar with Tourmax. I'm assuming it's made in Japan because of the .jp web address, but I can't find anywhere on here where it says where it's made. At least it's a Japanese company. Is this gonna fit? I don't know. The diameter looks right. This depth looks right. The O-ring, which looked kind of funny at first to me, I think the O-ring will fit perfectly into the master cylinder casting. So I'm gonna try to fit this because it looks way better than this old nasty. Now let's look at some other master cylinder parts. Okay, this is where stuff gets kind of confusing when you're working on vintage bikes. What I have here are the original parts that came on the bike that were in the master cylinder. That, if you remember, the piston was seized and I had to use grease to get it out. That's why this stuff's all greasy still. This is the master cylinder rebuild kit I got from Motorcycle Products UK. Again, Tourmax branded, Japanese company. And then this is the kit I got from All Balls Racing, which is made in the USA. And it was supposed to fit this master cylinder. Now K&L, which is a brand I trust, a Japanese brand, they make great carb kits, they make all kinds of great OEM style Japanese parts. They made the rebuild kit for my rear master cylinder and rear caliper. They did not make the stuff for the front brake system. That got me nervous. And so here you can see why. Let's take a look at these parts one by one. Here's the boot, the original boot. Here's the Tourmax boot. Looks pretty good. I mean, I think I'm going to use that part. It's a rubber boot. But now let's look at the All Balls Racing boot. Like, diameter looks good. It's not as tall. Is that a problem? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm definitely going to use that part. The All Balls kit did not come with the new piston. The Tourmax kit did. But let's take a look at that versus the original. They're a completely different size. I mean, this is several millimeters longer. It's a different shape. Will it work? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use this. Then you've got things like these little caps. The original, not even close. Does that matter? I don't know, but when it's not the same, it makes me nervous. these springs. Look at the difference in length, you know, and this all-ball spring looks like it's basically the same as the Tourmax spring. But that's the problem, is even when you find parts that on the website says they fit, maybe they do, maybe they don't. So I'm going to end up using mostly the original parts. I'm going to use the original piston, original spring, original cap, and I'm probably only going to use this circlip and this boot, and the rest is junk to me. All right, guys, we got our cup fitting nicely on the master cylinder. We loaded up the master cylinder with the spring and the piston and all the seals. We got the front lever back on, and we have a functional front brake master cylinder.